What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video. We've got our Bills franchise here, coming off an 11-6 season. So we finally took a step in the right direction. We ended up losing in the first round in the playoffs, but I think this was a monumental season in the sense that we've been trying to figure out what we've been doing wrong with our previous roster builds, and I think we found a couple of areas where that was the case. First of all, we hit pretty well on Luther Drayton, our first round rookie. We took him first overall in the last draft. He's coming in as a 65 overall with 70 potential still, and those could tend to change. He could get better, could get worse, but it looks like it's heading in the right direction. And he had the best quarterback season that we've had with this franchise. 114 passer rating, 39 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, almost 4,000 yards. So in his rookie season, he was one of the best quarterback performances we've had this entire time. I think the biggest piece of this, though, where we were making mistakes in the past, particularly with our coaching staff and how we've built the offense. In the past, we've had Dorsey, Nagy, Martz, Shanahan, all really good offensive coordinators. Ken Dorsey was spread, so I tried to keep that. I tried to keep a spread offense this entire time, and this is the first time I've switched it up and gone with Kevin O'Connell, who's more of a balanced style. And just with how we've built our roster, it just makes so much more sense. If you're going to run a spread, you better have a really good quarterback and a lot of receivers. Most of our roster builds in the past, we've had like a decent tight end and a couple of receivers, but not really a full set, and then some good running backs. And we don't have the best running backs here, but we have a couple decent ones, and then Luther Drayton is a pretty good runner as well. And we ended up churning out 2,500 rushing yards between three players. Both of our running backs, rookie Greg Negron and Ben Adrian, are veteran. They rushed for about 2,000 yards combined. So I think just looking at as well, we also had like situations where we've had a lot of split ends, but a lack of flankers. So we actually ended up trading for this player, Xavier Jordan, who was a second rounder from a few years ago. Brought him in as a flanker, and he had a really good back half of the season for us at the deadline. So he ended up replacing Kenny Lanier, I think, in the lineup, because we had Gabe in the slot. I think that sounds right. But anyways, for whatever reason, my coaches didn't want to put Marshall Crouch in the game with Deontay Gonzalez playing X. They wanted Crouch to play X, and that'll lead to some moves that we make going forward here. But yeah, I think just like the balance of the receivers that you're using, having a few 70 plus overall players in there absolutely helps too. But yeah, I think just like you've got to play to your style, which seems obvious, obviously, but like I think I was like looking at my receivers and I was like, oh, we got a good set here. Like we can run the spread. And I was like, oh, Josh Allen. But like Josh Allen in this simulation, I said it a number of times, he's a 50-something overall, and that's really just like an above average starter. So Luther Drayton's going to give us higher quality quarterback play. I think we have a good set of receivers here. We have a tight end, which Jameson Buchanan we grabbed in free agency. He had 78 catches for 768 and 7 touchdowns. So, somebody that contributed more under a balanced offense rather than a spread. So all those things combined led to a better season for us overall. And you could see we logged a 33 in our franchise score for this season. So it's our first playoffs appearance in 4 years. Our roster build was one of the best that we've had since we started the game, and I think we're going to continue to head in that right direction as we get there. So anyways, let's get back to it. Just looking at where this roster is headed. Before we even get into the roster, let's tackle the stadium plans and all that fun stuff here. So first things first, So yeah, we got our new stadium in now. So we and the Giants built a new stadium this year. Terrific condition. We added about 5,000 to our capacity. Still 150 luxury boxes. I think we had 160 actually last time. So, but yeah, strong loyalty. I think this is like this will be really nice for us to bring in some better revenue and all that stuff. Let's move on to the ticketing plan. Whoa, our luxury box price, they're recommending 510 now. These probably because these are new luxury boxes. Previously we were selling them at about 180 a piece. Let's bring it down to 500k and just see what we sell there. Okay. And now we're in the staff retention period. I think I like this this group that we've got here. Yeah, pretty good player development and scouting for our assistant coach here. McDermott's still really strong. Kevin O'Connell, I really like running a balanced offense for this team. I think it all makes sense. So I will attempt to keep everybody we can here. We will probably want to re-sign McDermott. Although, oh, Dallas poached McDermott from us. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is no good. All right, so we'll have to figure out our next move there. Do we promote from within? Possibly. I think we need somebody who's disciplined, is good with motivation and player development, and who would be fit for that? KOC, not as disciplined. I think he's just better off as an offensive coordinator. Good discipline from Eberflus, but I'm not sure I really trust him 100% either. Development and scouting. Kai is okay with this, but I think we actually may want to look externally for this. And bring somebody from the outside. It's either a 4-3 over. Or a balanced. Clint Kubiak. Good scouting, good development, decent motivation and discipline scores. I'd be fine bringing in Clint as our head coach. Be interested to see how what our pal KOC thinks of this, but I think with him especially being focused on quarterbacks and us having a young quarterback, I think that'd be the right move. Kevin O'Connell staying on. Eberflus, Huertas. I think I'm fine with all these guys, and we will... Oh, wait a sec. Oh, no, we lost our other Sean McDermott. Wow. Totally moving on from the Sean McDermott era. Okay. Keyshawn Lawrence is really smart. Look for a good balance here. I think this Scott Cervantes looks pretty good. Yeah, that's probably the best one available. I'm going to run with him. Okay. Draft class revealed. Okay. Really good running back at the top. But nobody over an 8 grade here, so this running back does look really good, though. I'd be interested. We have the 13th pick from Chicago, so we do have a pretty high pick in this one. Just looking to see. I think we're without a second. Actually, it might be better to look from this screen. So yeah, in this draft we have 6 picks right now. A first and a third, and then a 5, 6, 6, 7. So we're missing 4th and 2nd round picks. I wonder. Okay. So we have a couple ways to go about the roster here. Let's take a look at the franchise player deadline. Not sure there's anyone that we want to franchise tag here. Spencer Brown's still pretty good. First of all, what's our salary situation like? We have 42 mil in cap space. Okay. Okay, so we yeah, I just don't really love doing. I understand there are certain situations in which you do want to tag players, but and maybe it would be a situation to go Spencer Brown here. But where's our tackle room at right now? We got Flores on the come up. Pat Vincent's here. We also have Marcus Lutz as a developmental player. Almost thinking it may be best to move on from Brown. He is now 33. And I don't want to sign him to a long-term deal. I'm going to definitely avoid I'm going to avoid the franchise tag on him. Gilbert Patterson. Yeah, these are all very high marks for anybody. I don't think I want to sign anybody to that. That seems like a bad move. Okay. Dak Prescott got the tag. No surprise there. Jerry Jones. All right, so we now have a chance to look at our situation here. Quarterback room is set. Running back room is decent. An undrafted free agent here that we could sign for a couple mil. I think that's fine. Alec Ingold. All right. Buchanan still on a deal. Deshaun McCain, we could probably find something better there. Xavier Dryers. So the receiver room is where it gets interesting because Crouch is still on his rookie deal. Gonzalez is coming off a season where he just went crazy. He had 1,200 yards and 21 touchdowns. But could we get that same level of play out of Marshall Crouch in the X spot? Possibly. And what would it take to re-sign Crouch right now? 5-6 million and to lock him in. What would it take for Gonzalez? 20 million. So I think it's probably best to just re-sign Crouch, move on from Gonzalez, and see if we can grab a comp pick. That's the value-based move here. So let's do that. Crouch, re-sign him. We'll let Gonzalez walk. Gabe Davis in free agency. Well, he's only going to cost us 5 mil or so. Good mentor to the receivers, and he could play the flanker spot. So I think it makes sense. He had 900 yards and a touchdown. I think it makes sense to bring him back. Just for depth, we can maybe draft one. We'll see. But I think that's the right move for now. And then we have Kenny Lanier. It's a backup split. And another developing backup split in Darian Duffin that we drafted last year. I like that. So we're gonna move on from Gonzalez, even though he had 21 touchdowns. Seems insane, but I think it'll make sense. Chemistry isn't there for Gabe, but we'll figure it out. Um, Linear chemistry isn't there, but Crouch has the chemistry, Jordan has the chemistry, Duffin has the chemistry. I think that's going to be our main three at some point this year. So Bryce Lee at center. Hold on a second. Let me check out the contracts. Yeah, we got our center room is set. Our guard room maybe could use a little depth, but for the most part it's set. Spencer Brown, what's he asking for? 13, 15 mil. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce on that one. And just run with Vincent and maybe Flores at the other tackle. See if he can grow into something and go with a little value there. Maybe we'll add another cheaper depth guy, like some kind of veteran tackle who can be a mentor to these upcoming tackles. The edge room, we got Witherspoon, Blodorn is on his deal. Gentry as a backup. Jesse Inga. Gonna cost a few mil to get him back. I think we'll just let him walk. And so D tackle room is another one that's interesting here because we overpaid Olim McNeil, who was somebody that we brought in when he was a little bit older just to add to Arroyo and be like, you know, bring a really strong front, but we kind of overpaid. And he didn't really work as well in our new scheme with our new defensive coordinator. So this is somebody we can cut 14 million on and just take three dead to the face. I think we might want to do that unless we can trade him. Let's check and just see if we could trade him real quick. No interest. We'll you know, we have some decent cap room right now. I think we'll ride it up until we absolutely have to get rid of him, but we can definitely open up 14 mil by cutting Olim McNeil, so that might be something to consider. In which case, do we want to bring back some of our other D tackles here? It would take a few mil a year. Maybe one of them. It's a free agent and undrafted free agent. Maybe just Calvin for now as somebody who is a 46 overall, just slightly better and paying about the same. So that'll give us a nice little depth piece behind Arroyo, just in case we can't fill that with somebody else. Randall Duffy was an undrafted free agent, so he's still pretty young. Not like a crazy good personality for us or anything. Neither is Benninger, but let's keep looking. All right, Dorian Metzler, who we drafted as a free agent. He's a really good middle linebacker. Probably somebody that we should bring back. One of our tackle leaders. Just somebody that is important to us. He's going to cost 20-something mil to bring back, though. Whew. Maybe we should have tagged him. Wondering now if that's somebody that we just want to move on from and grab a comp pick. I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough situation. We have Angel Sanchez there, who would be like an average replacement. We have him on a pretty cheap deal. Harris Duncan is like a undrafted free agent that we could bring back if we want to, sort of like a developmental player. Our outside room looks pretty good. Jacob De Leon. Um, yeah, I probably wouldn't change anything there. Gilbert Patterson, Kyer Elam, and Bart Lard are on contracts already. Uh, 29-year-olds, we'd have him until he's 32 on like a 10 something year, 10-year deal. Kyer started 9 games. And Bart started 16. Okay. Interesting that Kyer wasn't a starter for us. We had Gilbert and Lard out there. Laird. And then we are paying Justice Mohan as well. Tavon Arthurs, who is an undrafted free agent. I like this value here because he still has potential to grow. I'm wondering if we just let Gilbert Patterson walk too, but we'd still have some cap room to give. And ooh, this is a pretty good value for Kevin Hockenberry. Sean Fimbrace. That's a pretty good value as well, but how many guys do we want that are kind of just whatever? Sidney Brown. Save 2.5 mil by cutting him. Yeah, I think we just sign him and get our safety room all set there. Okay, so it comes down to, do you want to pay Dorian Metzler, Gilbert Patterson? Okay, I think I've decided that let's give Dorian Metzler his contract. I think you know, since a rookie, he's definitely earned his keep. It is a big deal, but I think given our quarterback's contract, his rookie contract ends in 2034, we'll be able to make this work cap wise. We're going to have the extra space to have somebody like Metzler on, and he's been a really good player for us. Although he's third in tackles last year. I don't know. I think this is one of those things where I'm okay maybe seeing if we can do something else with this roster. I've changed my mind. I think we're going to let Metzler walk. We're paying De Leon, our outside linebacker, you know, almost half the cost. He's a good player. I'm just not sure that it's really worth it. We'll definitely have to figure out how to plug that hole in free agency, potentially. But I think for now, I think I'm okay letting him walk. I don't know. Scared. I do think Gilbert Patterson we can bring back though. 3-year deal. 32. Yeah, it just gives us the depth at corner. Hmm. Yeah, he's frustrated now, but I almost wonder if I don't know, just these 60 overall players, I'm tough to just go and hand out money to them, I guess. We could we probably could have re-signed uh Patterson and then ditched Elam and saved money on him there, but yeah, I think for now We're going to need some money to get a new D tackle in here. Assuming there is one in free agency. I think, yeah, let's maybe... maybe penny pinch a little bit. But, you know, we could get this up to 20 and front load his deal a little bit more. And then leave it down to like 20 here. And pay for a good amount of that up front. Handing out that kind of money to a 60 overall player, though, just gives me some pause. I think let's take it into free agency with what we have here. And I think we can open up some money by getting rid of Alim McNeil. It's just, and speaking of contracts that maybe aren't worth it, I'm also wondering if maybe we should move on from Cyrus Blodorn as well. He had a really good rookie season, but he's had some good years. Just last year, I don't know, he's kind of fallen off. And I'm wondering if maybe we could save 17 mil on him. I'm wondering if there's some changes we can make to the defense to give ourselves a little bit better of a shot here, a little bit better of a roster. All right, let's take a look at what's available here in free agency. And you know what? Before we do that, let's cut the video here, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, we're back with another Front Office Football 9 video here. In our Bills offseason 2031, we're looking at free agency now. Trying to fill some holes. I think a couple of the biggest ones are going to be, we got to look at middle linebacker and corner to see if we want to re-sign Metzler and Paterson, however you pronounce it. Alim McNeil and Blodorn on the D-line are two contracts that we could save a lot of cap by getting rid of. So, and they're not really, you know, they're not even 60 overall players. So I kind of want to see what's available in that sense. We can get the same level of production, or the same salary comp from like a Tony Spooner. Not really a big sack guy, but I mean, that's not all that it's really measured from that sense. Defensive right end, defensive left end, okay. And then we have Cade Ritt at D tackle. Braxton Clopton down here for 12 mil. And then tackle's another spot that we can look at as well to spend some money. Corner DJ Ivy here. What's available at middle linebacker? So we got a Jack Campbell here, who's 30, more of a strong inside. And then our guy Dorian Metzler here is looking for 20. Mason Malvu, more of a strong inside. Wilson Patlin at 57. He's only 3 mil. 28 years old. I'm gonna give this offer to Wilson Patlin instead of Metler. I'm gonna go heavy on the D line. And let's see what we can get out of Tony Spooner is 29. Same here, 29, but a 2-year deal. He's had a lot more injuries, Murphy, but I think let's go with this. And then looking at D tackle, 29 years old, Cade Ritt. Be a 2-year deal. Braxton Clopton. I think I actually like Braxton a little bit more. It's younger, 27, to be a 3-year deal, about the same price. I think I'm going to go with that. In which case, so that would be... We have 30 million in space right now. So they're not going to all jump at once here. The other thing we could look at is the safety. And then we could potentially just give Patterson a contract as well. Yeah. All right. So let's see which of these guys we get. Okay, Murphy, D-end, so he's gone already. Let's go, either go Spooner or we can go Keon White. He's about the same age. Harrison DeFazio, a little bit younger. This could be a good one. 3 years. He's 29 roughly. Spooner is also 29 though. So yeah, the 6 years experience doesn't really make a huge difference there. And then 32 for Keon White, so it's either, might as well just go Spooner if we're gonna. All right. Okay. So these are our 4 guys that we're watching here. All right, so we did not get Spooner, we got Clapton though. How does that affect our cap? We have 18 mil left, so let's go find another player to offer to here at D end. Oh, looks like our other boy is gone now too. So it'd be somebody on the cheaper end probably. 32-year-old Dominique Robinson, a 4-year, 1-year deal at D tackle. Or wait, we got the D tackle already though, didn't we? Yeah, we got the D tackle. We're looking at D end, so it'd be Drake Jackson. There's a couple of younger D ends down here. 27. Be looking for a 3 or 4-year deal. I like that. Whoops. Okay. Bruckner went to Houston. All right, so we got to go find somebody else here. DNs are going quick. And this is why we didn't drop. So Felix Anadike Uzuma, he's always a free agent. 63 overall. He's going to cost quite a bit of money, though. Probably not worth it. Rather go after like a Dusty Bagby here, who would bring about the same overall, but at a much cheaper cost. 28 years old. All right, so this inside linebacker signed by Chicago. Metzler has no offers right now. Something to keep an eye on. All these guys below are going to be cheaper. It's just a matter of, do you play strong inside or do you play middle? 53 overall middle right here would be about 2 mil. Okay. 31 years old. So we got Dusty Bagby at the end. Salary cap. Got 15 mil in cap space still. Down to 6 now because we signed Gilbert Patterson back. And then we have a 2 mil offer out for Ernest Jones. Who we got? Inside linebacker. Yeah, his Metzler's money continuously coming down here. Free agency ends the 19th. I'm just going to bring it day by day here. As his looks like his offer went back up a little bit. I'm going to avoid it. I just don't think it's worth it. So Nick Arroyo, we'd be getting him for 20 million for 1 year. I'd rather sign him to a long-term deal. Okay. So this is our roster here. Can't re-sign Metzler right now. I think that's pretty solid. We may look to make some late free agency moves, but especially with Clopton in here, we can I might see if we could trade Alim McNeil real quick. See if anybody would be interested. Nope, no interest right now. I think it's just one of those guys that we'll probably have to figure out. Yeah, we definitely saved a bit on Clopton, but he's more of a nose tackle, so I don't know if he's going to be as good of a fit. I didn't notice that. Wouldn't be too much to cut him either. But anyways. Okay. Bagby. Yeah, we got Blodorn here that we could save a bunch of money to if there's something that we really like in free agency that we weren't able to. Like if we don't get like a banger receiver, we can always go there, or a running back or something like that. We can hit late free agency and get rid of some of that cap and do it that way. All right, cool. I like this setup. We're looking at heading into the draft now, so we'll save that for the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.